PTS group that we had there from 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's older than the club.
Oh, yeah, that was a self-help group, and
Best in the country.
yeah, it was very, very good, and that's where I first started going, and that was run by the members. Donnie there was one of the facilitators of that. Don was geez, that must have been 20 years ago, eh, Don? How long ago was it?
At least 100.
I'm being kind. Anyway, it was a long time ago, and the group was started, and it was just there with a bunch of veterans that showed up on Wednesday night to talk to other veterans that might want to come in and just talk, and people you could relate to. Can I tell a kind of a short, well, it's not never short with me, but it's an interesting story, I think. We should have a campfire.
Want one tonight? We'll have one.
You know, what happened to me, geez, how can I say this? I can't make this into a short story.
we'll cut you off.
Okay. Well, you know, I was married a couple of times to really, really great people, had nice families and all that. It was very difficult to live with. I had a lot of rage in me, and it just comes up, you know. And anyway, all those people are all good friends of mine yet, and we have good relationships, but it's very sad. And at one point, for a long time, I thought I was going crazy because I was the only one, as far as I knew, that was suffering all this stuff, this turmoil inside of my head and the emotional traumas that I was going through. And I figured, well, I'm going crazy. And I was sitting in my house one night after, it was the empty house now because, of course, nobody else lived there but me. All my families had been gone. And I was sitting on the bed in my underwear. It was about 10:30. And I had my dad's old 9mm pistol from World War II, Walther P38, a really nice little pistol. I just loved the feel of it. And I was playing with the mechanism, and I had it loaded, and I was thinking about doing myself in, you know. But to cut back, I went into the Marine Corps with a guy named Dan Tonkin, an M60 machine gunner. He got shot in the head and lost an eye, but he survived it. And Dan and I grew up together. And when we got back from Nam, he met me at the bus, and we said our niceties to each other and all that, but then we lived a mile and a half apart, and for 35 years we never saw each other again. I couldn't look at him, he couldn't look at me. It was guilt, it was anxiety, it was, I don't know what all it was, but I isolated, he isolated, and that's just the way it was. And so for 35 years we didn't see each other. And to be honest with you, I didn't miss him. I didn't miss anybody. So I'm sitting there and I'm playing with this gun. And I'm thinking about doing myself in. I got nothing else to live for. I had planned this moment of running my car into a bridge or some silly thing so that my families could all collect the life insurance and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, you know, I want to do this right. But I mean, underneath I knew that they didn't want the life insurance. They wanted me. But at this point, I sat there and I didn't want to take another breath. I didn't think of anybody else or anything else. I just didn't want to take another breath, and I was going to do it myself. And the phone right next to me starts ringing, and it's ringing, and I'm not going to answer it. I do answer it, and he says, "Steve." I said, "Yeah." He says, "You know who this is?" And I said, "No, who?" He said, "This is Dan Tonkin." And I said, "Dan?" He said, "Yeah, I got to see you right now." I said, "What do you mean you got to see me right now?" "No, really, I got to see you. It's serious. I'm down at the restaurant down there in Harvey." And he hangs up. And I said, "Oh,